Whoa, bit of an increase in quality, huh? Hello everyone, I got a new webcam and yeah, let's just get into this. So, last week I made a video about a new game I have been working on, an Orbital simulator, and well, this week is the first of around 4 weekly little development logs. Let's just take a look at our 4-week plan right here. So I started up a new course in college. It's a production studio course, so of course we have to make a product. I asked my professor if I could use the little New Year's project, my Orbital simulator, for the class. I got permission, and here we are. So I've devised a little 4-week plan of where I want to take this game. So we just wrapped up week 2. It's actually Saturday, so I still have 1 more day to probably add 5 more levels, because I have 5 already, and I wanted to at least have 10 levels down just for this initial week. And I'll probably develop a few more as the weeks go on, especially in week 5 where I'm going to be polishing everything up. So for this week, my plan was to polish off the mechanics, basically take the game and be like, okay, this is where I want it to be. And level design it. Like I said, 5 levels already. And then going on from that, week 3, I wanted to create a save and load system. I'm already 1 step ahead of that. I have a save and load system ready for the levels. And I wanted to have pretty much the footwork down for the map editor. Then in week 4, I wanted to polish off some user interface, some UI, and the main menu. With the map editor, I'm probably going to be working a lot with how I want the UI to look, how I want everything designed. So I assume week 4, I'm just putting this blanket statement right here, like I just want to polish off and complete the UI system and have the main menu. And then in week 5, we have this final week where I want to polish, bug fix, and release, and make a few more levels. And for releasing, I plan to release on HTML, Windows, and Linux. So that is the 4-week plan. Like I said, we're in week 2, so let's take a look at what I have done. Alright, so here is the game right here. You can see there's a lot of stuff right here. You're probably like, what is this stuff right here? This is save data. So we're in the developer level right now. I am going to full screen the game, but first let me show you some menus. And I'm going to show you what happens when we full screen. So pressing C is going to bring up this little controls menu. There's some text in the way, but you can see that. Clicking the mouse launches the planet. R will restart the level. And then F11 will do full screen. We're going to full screen the game. Now, full screen was already implemented last week, but I have made a few little changes. So you're going to notice that the UI has pretty much stayed the same size. Basically, in my camera system, I am going to scale up the game, the camera view, based on the resolution of the monitor. But the UI is pretty much going to stay the same. If I expanded the UI, you'd see that the text gets a little more pixelated, it gets a little less clear, and I wanted to keep it as clear as possible. And I figured the size of the font is pretty readable, so unless there's going to be any issues about that later, I'm not really going to worry about scaling up the font. So we have that. The font will pretty much stay the same size along with the menus and everything. Let's go ahead and close this, and we're going to see we're in the developer level. We are going to advance forward to the tutorial. So this is the tutorial right here. Now you may have noticed this in the other level, but you're going to see a little hologram sort of flies out of the planet and kind of goes in the path that, hey, we need to launch. So 5 degrees, I believe, is what I have it set at. And we're going to see that we just passed the tutorial right here. Now it's pretty embarrassing when you don't pass the tutorial. Pretty much, this little hologram is a hint. It's going to pretty much hint you in the direction you need to launch the planet. So if you just stay still for 7 seconds, you don't click or anything, the game's going to be like, okay, maybe we need to give a little nudge to the player, show them what to do. So it's going to launch out that little hint, and you're going to see it just keeps repeating, and then we can launch. You're going to see we did a little bit of a sharper angle. Let's just see how this plays out. We're orbiting around the sun. We collected a coin. We won. We didn't follow the hint, but we sure did win. Let's just launch it like a basketball. It's going to go into the sun, and we can actually lose the game, so we're just going to let the timer run out real quick. Alright, now as you can see, we have a screen that says failed. Click to retry, so we can click that and retry. Now I am in the developer build of the game, so I can switch between planets. I may have alluded to this in the last video, but there are going to be different planets you can play with in this game. We're going to see that Mars right here, it's going to have a bit of a different path. That little hologram is going to be more wide at the angle. So you're going to see that with Mars, we wouldn't complete it unless maybe we did like a more sharp angle right here. Let's see. It's going a little slow. There we go. And we also have Saturn. You might be wondering, well, where's Jupiter? I simply just have not added Jupiter. You're going to see Saturn has a very different orbital path around the sun. It's because Saturn weighs a lot more than Earth and Mars. Mars weighs less than Earth, that's why it's had a more long path. But Saturn is more heavy, that's why it's sort of behaving erratically. Let's advance forward, show you level 1. Now, you may notice around maybe the stars you'll notice, and around the coins you'll notice a little bit of a glow. If you're watching this on a phone, it might not show up, especially if it's an OLED screen. But this is a shader that I have added. It's just a basic implementation from a YouTuber of a shader listed on the Game Maker forums. So I didn't create this or anything, I'm not going to take credit for it. But it is a little thing I implemented, and I feel it just adds a little bit of pop to the game. We can, in developer mode, turn that off. I don't think you need to be in developer mode to do that, but you can just turn off the shader right there. We're just going to orbit this planet right here, this black hole, and boom, we won, level 1. Now you're going to notice the little hint, let's wait for it to come out. You're going to notice that it's going to show us the minimum angle we need to just get the basic amount of points. So we're going to orbit 300 points and then 2 orbits, we won. You're going to see we have a high score of 4. That is actually saved in the game, that isn't in memory. I've played this level before and gotten 400, so our high score for this level is 400. Before I show you the save data, the raw save data, let me go to the very last level of the game. Here's level 5. You're going to see it was Saturn this time. I believe that's the angle we sort of want. 200 points, and then we need 5 orbits around the sun. And with Saturn, we can do that pretty fast. I could probably lower this time, make it a little more challenging. There we go. And then we can't go any further. That is the last level. Like I said, we have save data. So we have our save data right here. This is our room data or our level data. We're going to see level 1. Like I said, high score of 400 is saved. We're going to see with level 2, the high score is 200. That's saved. In level 3, I actually managed to get 500 points in that level, so that's what's saved there. And pretty much we have the groundwork for saving and loading data. And I believe what I'm going to do is in the main menu, in the level select, I'm just going to show you the high score that you've gotten on each level. And so this is basically the groundwork that I want for creating custom maps. And like I said, I'm going to show you this shader real quick. You can see a bunch of shader math right here. And then the implementation by a YouTuber. Very simple shader. I'm going to link that down below. It's very easy. Pretty much copy paste job and then just doing a few more. I have modified it a little bit to my needs, but very awesome shader. So this is pretty much what I have done for week 2. May not seem like a lot, but I think it is a lot, especially in terms of internal mechanics. That's going to be it for this video. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you feel like it, and I'm out.